Hey everybody, welcome back. Are you ready for the petty? Are you ready for petty merch? I'm wearing it right now. I'm gonna show you the rest of the merch later in the video, but for right now, let's get into the petty. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I once lived in this very, very tiny apartment with very, very thin walls. And you know, had a little messy time, made a little bit of noise, and then the next night, my neighbor proceeded to respond by making more noise than me. Let's just say I was much quieter after that.
Nothing wrong with a little friendly competition.
Man, I love learning history because sometimes you learn things that's not widely known. Just like how Beethoven's Für Elise was actually made for one of his students that he was in love with named Therese. She was a mediocre piano player, so he made a melody so easy that even she could play it and impress people, hence the very iconic tune in the beginning. But then he finds out that she was engaged to a different man, and so Beethoven basically made the other part so that she could never play it, and if that's not petty culture, then I don't know what is! Some petty history over here, all right. I love that so much. I just spat, it like went. That was good.
Personal best.
You are not allowed to do anything that begins with the words, hey, y'all, watch this. Why not? What if it's tame? Freedom of speech, y'all.
Fight the power.
My husband pissed me off and he thinks he finna sit in the living room and watch TV in peace. So I downloaded the LG remote app and keep turning the TV off from the bedroom. He came in here and I acted like I was sleeping. So now he thinks we have ghosts.
Good.
Good. Popping in to tell you about my new merch. I swear I'll be really, really quick. I just want to show you. So we have a bunch of new stuff, all petty merch. And this actually is my handwriting. We've got petty bucket hats and these are badass, okay? Like they are so cool. I cannot wait to wear them. And this color is bomb. So we've got crop sweaters. We've got t-shirts, pink, army green, loving it. One more color. And of course, we have the tie-dye hoodie. Petty merch is available now as of March 31st, 2022. Go to shop.charlottedobre.net to get yours. And if you spend $100, I will send you a personalized video thank you. All right, let's get back to the video. My pettiness level. Got told to F off by the mom of the family in Greg's, who were stood right up my arse when I politely asked them if they could stand back a couple of meters. As a result, I was forced to buy the last slice of pizza that their son said he wanted and he cried. But you're taking it out on the child. The child is innocent in these matters.
Or is it?
But that's like secondhand petty because now the mom has to now deal with a crying child. That's so mean. Him, I'm gonna make you my wife. Me, let's see. This energy. We want this energy in 2022. Yes, and? Put your money where your mouth is.
Are you challenging me?
My husband pissed me off, so when he wasn't looking, I poured water on the floor in front of the dishwasher. He's been fixing it for the past 2 hours. I can't find the leak! Where's the leak? I can fix it.
Can you?
My kid was being a brat, so I de-marshmallowed his Lucky Charm. Oh, that's evil. That's evil! Everyone knows the marshmallows are the best part, okay?
Truer words have never been spoken.
God, I haven't had Lucky Charms in so long. Just like a small box, you know, not the big box. Because then you're just like, you have to eat the whole box. That's too much commitment for me. I'm still logged into my ex's Netflix, and sometimes I go onto his profile and skip a few episodes of Peaky Blinders for him. So when he goes to continue watching, it's in completely the wrong place. No, unacceptable. Not allowed. As an avid watcher of Peaky Blinders, this is mean. This is so mean. So upsetting. I'm upset for him. What did he do? Come on. What did he realistically do to deserve that? Because like, in my books, you would have had to have done something really bad.
Well, actually.
How petty can you get? I once edited a Wikipedia page to win an argument. Oh my God! No, you didn't! I forgot that you can do that. I'm totally that type of person to just pull up a Wikipedia page to make sure that I'm right. Send it over. Screenshot. Send. Edit. Screenshot. Send. At the bar I work at, I love it. If our food, drinks, or service is not up to your expectations, please lower your expectations. You gotta put the management on there, otherwise Karen's gonna get a little upset.
Can I speak to your supply manager, please?
Doctor waiting room. If you die whilst waiting to see the doctor, please cancel your appointment. I mean, how will one be able to cancel the appointment if one is dead? You really took the handles off the nightstand? Are you kidding me? You can still open it, can you? Imagine the thought that would have had to go through this person's head. I'm gonna take off the handles. That'll show them. Thanks, I asked for a joke on the inside of the box. Guess your employees think insulting me was hilarious. They put a mirror! They taped your mirror! Get it? Cause he's a joke. Don't ruin the joke, Charlotte. Just move on. My mom told me she would buy me grapes, but she lied to me and bought cherries, and I hate cherries. So I poured some of them down the ice dispenser so when she goes to get ice, the fridge will lie to her and give her cherries instead, like she did to me. You sound upset. Who doesn't like cherries? Come on.
What's wrong with you?
Guess who finally has grapes? Thank you. I really needed to know about the update. But did you get grapes? And you did. I think that she got the message. My cousin punched my wall, left a hole, and started laughing. When he got his first house, I went over and punched a hole right into the wall. I waited 11 years to do that. 11 years. That pettiness was festering for 11 years. Like a fine wine. It's a vintage. Vintage petty?
Oh, that is some serious commitment.
After years of this guy using my email as a spam account, I got my revenge. He signed my email up for Sirius XM, which also gives me the ability to beep his horn. Ooh. Stop using my email. Remote horn and lights. Remote start. Remote lock. Vehicle health report. God, there's no way to just like unsubscribe from those spam emails. This is what you really had to do. How did you get to this point?
It all began on the day of my actual birth.
A lot of people are petty, yeah. I'm not really a petty person, but I have this weird guilty pleasure. And you can't judge me, yeah, because you probably have one as well. That's a problem. You definitely have one. If you say you don't have one, you are lying through your teeth. I don't even know if it should be called a guilty pleasure. I think it should be called like a petty pleasure. Anyways, I have this thing, yeah. When I join a long queue, I get pissed off in it. No one likes to stay in a long queue. Man said you just have to stand for ages just to buy something, just to benefit another company. Like you have to wait your turn to be a victim of capitalism. That's very annoying. So I'll be in a queue for ages just annoyed. And I get dizzy from standing for too long because I got some B-Tech blood cells. They don't work properly. But once I've reached the end of the queue and I bought whatever I needed to buy, I always look back to see if the queue was longer than when I first joined it. I don't know why, yeah, but if I look back and I see that the queue is longer than when I first joined it, it makes me happy. Like I actually get a surge of dopamine. My thought process is, I had to wait for long, but people that came after me had to wait for even longer. Like, it genuinely makes me feel content with my queuing experience. But when I look back here and the queue is shorter than when I first joined it, I feel genuine anger. Like, I actually just get pissed off. I'm not toxic, by the way. I'm not toxic. But I don't know why queues have my mental state in a headlock like this. I think queues should be illegal. They are harming our mental health.
Petty can be just a feeling. It doesn't have to be an action. But you know what? You're right. There's something about being in a really long lineup. You always check to see how long the lineup is after you get served. It's like, well, at least I didn't show up 5 minutes later. And then alternatively, if the line is shorter, you're like angry because it's like, if I just showed up 5 minutes later, I would not have been waiting in this stupid fucking line. My kid got invited to a birthday party and I don't like that kid's mom, so I bought a musical instrument set that includes a drum, a recorder, and a harmonica. I'll see you in hell, Bethany. That's a good one. I like that.
I have been asked what the pettiest thing I've done, and I finally have an answer. If you're not petty, leave because you're not going to understand this, but this is the worst thing I've ever done. Basically, I was in high school by this point, but every year I go back to my old elementary school because they have a sort of fun fair where they have silent auctions, games, raffles, so they can make money for the school. So every year I go back and like support the school, but really I'm just buying myself stuff. So this particular year, my mom and I go to the fun fair to put some money towards the school and go to the silent auction and buy ourselves a spa treatment and some random fancy hats. And I go to the silent auction part and I see a children's art kit and I'm like immediately, mine. I will do whatever it takes to make that art kit mine. So I write my name under the silent auction. If you don't know how silent auction works, your name has to be the last on the list with the highest bid by the time the timer ends. Like yours has to be the very last. So I write my name under the art kit. I leave, I come back, I see a 10-year-old writing her name under mine. So I write my name again. I leave, I come back, I see her writing her name again. Immediately it becomes clear to me that she's my one true foe in this world and that it's the world versus me versus her. So I write my name again, and then immediately it becomes clear to her that I am her one true enemy, and we start versing off, writing our names one by one over and over again under the others. She's got her parents stationed around the gym to make sure that she knows when I write my name, but I've got my parents stationed around the gym to let me know when she writes her name. And I could have let it go, but every child has to be humbled at some point in their childhood, and I would be proud to be that person for her. So there's 5 minutes left in the auction. She's the last one with her name on the list. list. I wait 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Then I start writing my name as painfully slowly as possible. And she's crowded around me watching me, trying to get me to move. And I'm like, excuse me, I forgot my phone number. It's going to take a few seconds. I write my name on the list with 1 second to spare. I'm officially the winner of the art kit. This little gremlin tries to pick up the pen and write her name anyways, and I'm like, sorry, no, timer's closed. I'm a bitch, let's skip over it. Half an hour later, my mom and I come back to hear the names read out for everyone who's won each auction item, and her name gets read for the art kit. And my mom's like, how is this possible? So we go to look at the list. She snuck into the gym after everyone had left to write her name, even though it was way past the deadline. So my mom, because she'll go to war for much less, goes up to the people who work at the auction, and she's like, you can't let her into the gym to do that because it was an inside job. The people working there let her in. And then the little girl walks up to my mother with her mother at her side and goes, she hit me. She was accusing my mother of child abuse, and her mom was just watching it like, mom was like, I would never. My father is dumbfounded. My father does not know what to do for the first time in his life, but I knew what to do. Child abuse accusations in a children's school we do not attend as high schoolers and grown-ups. We got in the car and left. If you were that girl who accused my mother of child abuse to win an auction art kit, well played.
That was the best story ever! Ah! Yeah, she definitely had you beat. I don't know, we might have a new petty queen. She's proved herself.
I waited 10 years to get revenge on my racist neighbor, but I got it. Long story short, when I was 18, Super White Susan called the cops on me for being black and getting off work late. I'm tripping, my bad. Suspicious activity in a suburban development. Translation, we was the only black family on the street, and Super White Susan was the head of the homeowners association. That's why I call her Super White Susan. Fast forward to yesterday, I'm at my mom's house and I'm picking up the kids. Before I even got a chance to get out the car, Super White Susan came up to my car door like, not to be rude, but I'm gonna be rude. So then I thought to myself, what diabolical plan can I come up with to get her back? And it dawned on me, Tourette's. This is how the conversation went.
Not to be rude, but you can't be parking here.
What if dogs lick us because they know we have bones inside of us?
I'm so sorry. No, it's
You
just
okay?
it's just a tick. It just happens when I get nervous. Continue.
Okay, like I was saying, you can't be parking here. I'm trying to
Who let the dogs out? It was Taylor Swift. T Swift let the dogs out.
What's going on?
Yeah, it was something in my throat. Go ahead.
Just next time, just go ahead and make a turn.
Absolutely.
Your belly button's your old mouth.
What was that last
I'm so sorry. I see you have a lot on your plate. You have a wonderful day.
Beanbags are just boneless sofas.
Super White Susan.
Super White Susan! I love it! All right, we got time for one more.
Stop it. Get some help.
My high school biology teacher hating me and always kicking me out of class. So I married his brother and now I'm his kid's aunt! Ah! You weren't ready for this, Petty, let's be honest. Subscribe!